Well, we are online. All right. Can you hear me clearly, Mr. Effendy?
Yes, yes, yes. Very clear.
Very clear. Okay, I'm from Perlis. I'm Iskandar from Perlis, the founder of La Villa, and I have with me today Mr. Effendy Zulkifli, the IRR Fourth Industrial Revolution expert and also a blockchainer, right?
Blockchain architect and CEO of
Blockchainer.
Blockworq Sdn Bhd. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. What we're going to share today is about the awareness about the IR 4.0 and how we can relate that to the tourism industry. At first, I think the audience, we have audience all around the world. I think at this moment we are at 8 p.m., but London is like lunchtime. That's 12 p.m. Cairo is about 1 p.m. Bosnia, our friend is Bosnia. Greeting from Bosnia. They are at
Hi.
about 1 p.m. So hope everybody would be able to see us tonight, Malaysia time, and afternoon, European and Middle Eastern time. Okay, let's. I think I should start publishing this some simple video, and then we'll start talking about it. Let's see here, and we're gonna run the video. Wait. Hopefully run.
Today, people interact with and rely on a variety of different devices and types of technology to help them navigate the trials and tribulations of daily life. Thanks to Amazon's Alexa, it's easier than ever to ask questions and get answers. Those times when all you really need is to know something fast, no matter where or what the situation is. Now serving your travel needs is the Expedia skill for Amazon Alexa. Let's take her for a spin.
Alexa, launch Expedia.
Welcome to Expedia. You have an upcoming trip to Las Vegas on November 29th. I can help you get details on your upcoming trip. Add a rental car, or check your loyalty points. What can I do for you?
Get flight details.
You have an upcoming flight in 18 days. Your non-stop flight from San Francisco International to McCarran International departs at 9 a.m. on November 29th. You are flying Virgin America from Terminal 2. You are scheduled to land in Las Vegas at 10:30 a.m. local time on November 29th. Can I help you with anything else?
Yes, reserve a car.
Okay, I have economy, full size, luxury, standard SUV. Which type of car would you like?
Standard SUV.
I have 3 total prices for a standard SUV car, starting with the cheapest option. Would you like to get a car from Fox for $106.26?
Yes.
Your total price, including taxes and fees, will be $106.26. Your standard SUV car will be ready for pickup at Las Vegas Airport on November 29th. Should I book this car for you now?
Yes.
You're all set. You will receive an email shortly. You can cancel your car booking on the Expedia website. Drive safe. Can I help you with anything else?
No thanks. Close.
Thank you for using Expedia.
Every trip you take should feel special, unique, and personal, whether you're going home or someplace completely unfamiliar. Improve the way you experience travel. Download the free Expedia skill for Alexa to explore your trip itineraries in a whole new way.
So that is one example of the IoT. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that is one example of IoT, isn't it?
Yes, yes, yes.
And then let's see how we can create stories from it.
Yeah, IoT, big data, yes.
Mhm. Okay, let's start how we can connect this what I call this device into the tourism industry. Probably the audience want to know,
All
and we
right.
can start discussing about it.
Okay, this is a very good video clip. But before that, I would like to share a little bit on definition because our topic is we are talking about IR 410. So
Yep.
let we understand first what is IR 410. Then we can relate to the video just now.
Yep.
All right.
Excellent.
When we talk about IR 4.0, actually the phrase of the fourth industrial revolution was first introduced by a team of scientists developing a high-tech strategy for the German government. So one guy, we can say that a thought leader from World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, the executive chairman of the World Economic Forum, so introduced this phrase to the wider audience in a 2015, I think, article published by Foreign Affairs. So
Mm-hmm.
in the event, so from the event, so he's promoting his book, he's promoting the vision of the fourth industrial revolution that emphasize on advances in communication and connectivity. So when we talk about connectivity, it's about Internet of Things. And we talk about Internet of Things, it's about anything that we use internet, online. So IR actually is about emerging technologies that time promoted as a part of operational technology in the factory because German very established on the manufacturing with everybody know about their car production, right? So involve robotics, involve AI, nanotech, quantum computing, Internet of Things, machine-to-machine communication, machine-to-human, where the cloud is the essence, is a core in the Alpha 1.0. So again, so when we talk about fourth industrial revolution, it's about automation, data exchange, where
Mm-hmm.
include, this is very powerful term, CPS, Cyber
Super.
Physical System. So CPS is about internet connect, it's about connectivity, having by using cloud and internet. The data is everywhere. Then how we can relate for the tourism, because most of the tourism industry is quite conventional, traditional, right? After the pandemic, what happened after or when the pandemics happened? So we can say that a lot of business
Moving into
disrupted. Yeah,
digitalization.
yeah. And then people start to think that people in the tourism industry thinks that we need to move to digitalization. How we can use data for the promotion. For example, I can say that big data, one of the core component in information, is very important that can be related to tourism industry. For
Mm-hmm.
example, we want to know how much the flow of the tourism. For example, one of the movement we call as a tourism 4.0 is about something on R&D, something on enrich tourism experience, how we can use data, how we can use digitalization into the data, and of course, bringing R&D into tourism, how you want to understand the tourist flows. In order to understand the tourism flows is involve a lot of mobile operators. It involve accessible Wi-Fi networks. It involve some sort of information from the data. I mean, from the visitors to your place, and also how we can analyze the data to increase the sales, to increase the marketing. While when we were in the pandemic era, we cannot get a lot of attention, right, because of the border closed. But at
Mm-hmm.
the same time, we want to focus. So the future, I mean, income, the future visitors, for example. And then the second thing, by understand tourism 4.0 also, is something that how we can put some sort of ecotourism, how we can put some sort of uh, 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 the involvement of the technology, because why we want to avoid some sort of a close contact, a lot of now in order to have what you call we want to go for the tourism area. So we need to use online ordering, online what you call online booking, and then in order to to a lot of things happen around in the tourism. So I think the LSI is very good because why? It's very good for the industry players to understand this kind of a what you call in the perspective of the digital marketing, in the perspective of how we can ensure that the forecasting in terms of just I mentioned just now the usage of a big data, and then by that we can ensure the collaboration between all the stakeholders in the industry and how we can bring the smart tourism ecosystem. So I think this is the first thing I want to as my opening. Maybe Mr. Is, you can guide me with more question and elaboration.
Yeah, I just want to add from your point just now. Uh, you have done a good job telling the audience about the awareness about what it is about the fourth industrial revolution. Uh, because from my what I call this my interaction with the entrepreneurs, even some of the entrepreneurs that they are in the tourism industries, when we mention about the fourth industrial revolution, what they are seeing is just digital marketing.
Yeah.
So actually, it is much more bigger than that. For example, the World Travel Exchange itself, we have a virtual tour. We have VR, what they call this VR booth, where people can log in and go to the booth and start interacting with between sellers and buyers. They can cut deals with hotels, travelers, what they call travel operators, and make a nice business matching through everything through the virtual reality. Means that
Yes.
we do have a physical event which happened in intercontinental hotel, and then at the same time they can go to the virtual reality event where they can cut deals. Even our friend from Bosnia can log in and communicate with our friend in Algeria. I hope they are listening. And also we have some Tracy Vanessa Wong Siu Yen here. Probably she can come in into the virtual reality what I call event and communicate with your friends in China, their travel operator in China, to cut deals for either inbound or outbound activities. This is one example that is on real time basis happening right now uh, uh, during this 23rd to 25th. Okay, this enhance your explanation about the usage of the virtual reality.
Yep.
And then again, during the pandemic, everything stops. The border closed, and some of our friends in the tourism industry, some sort like stuck where they want to go, how they are doing, how they are going to survive, how are they going to sustain their business. So lots of them start looking at digital or business digitalization without knowing that they are actually using the technology of the IR 4.0.
Yes. You are right.
Yes. So even the chat function, the WhatsApp, it is a small, what do you call it, just a tiny things in the big picture of the fourth industrial revolution. That's add up to what Mr. Effendi been talking about. Let's talk about the what happened during the pandemic. What have you seen so far regarding the usage of for IR 4.0 during the pandemic?
Okay, I think the movement by the WorldTEX hybrid is very important by promoting. We cannot just stop because, of course, tourism needs to hear, to listen, to feel, to touch, right? But because of no choice, the border, most of the countries closed that time. So what we can do by using the virtual reality is very important. At least the feelings to understand, to see is very important. So while pandemic, VR is very important. Although border closed, but at least a basic feel to see we can use VR, for example. And that time also as well, we cannot just wait and see, but we can start to do some promotion. Because why? At least we can say 30% or 40% population of the world are young generation, where they involve a lot with this kind of the tech. For example, now we are very famous now, the word of metaverse, for example.
Yep.
Metaverse is something on the virtual reality world where they have their own avatar, they can explore the places, to see, to play games, to go for the concert, a lot of artists from US, from Hollywood, for example, doing concert while in the pandemic era where a lot of MCOs everywhere, and they still can gain benefit. And then the payment also by using cryptocurrency, by using one of the
Yes.
cloud application in the
Mhm.
blockchain, for example. And then from that VR application, not just VR, but also AR, augmented reality.
Yes.
So from this kind of the technology, at least you have the data already. You know that this guy will spend the money, although the border is closed. So while waiting for the opening, the border is open, so we can get this kind of the data from the young generation. And one more thing, we need to realize that different from the young generation, and we can say baby boomers not so much, we can say, in touch in the technology, while the young generation, before they get in touch, they get really to go to any places for tourism, they want to feel by VR first, right? So that I think I can see from that point of view. So generation, and then event, a lot of event like what the WorldTEX hybrid. I think WorldTEX hybrid did very well along the way pandemic. Still have some sort of promotion, discussion, exchanging the data. So the things that I think is very important for us to understand, to use it, the tech in a high adoption. Now, what happened after the pandemic? Border open again, because we don't have the real data. The latest information real time that mentioned by Mr. Iskandar just now. What happened? A lot of problem now happen in the hotel, because why? They cannot deliver proper expectation by the visitors. Like when open the border, people suddenly crazy to be very crazy,
Travel.
travel. Again, you are not prepared
Mm.
when open the border. So a lot of things we can use technology properly if we can get ready early. In terms of, for example, I just came back from Penang. I like the way how this hotel doing their business operation. For example, it's not just about the digital data, but how you can bring some sort of ecotourism. No, they're using of they don't have any more plastics. So everything is digital. Even the card, the card to access to the hotel, not from the plastic but from the wood. So something I think we can explore to understand. For me, VR is very important. Blockchain is a part of the solution in terms of the payment gateway. So this thing that I want to share here and to promote to the world.
Yep. You have been highlighting a very important point there. You have been talking. We have been raising it up several times, which is data.
Yes.
Data and data. Yes, data is very important. Even though during the pandemic, you can still collect information from your customer.
Yeah.
You can still get feedback from the customer. And then once the border is open, you can customize the customer experience according to the data that you get. And
Yes.
why don't you share a story that because yesterday we were talking about it. Can you share a story about something in Japan, the hotel over there?
Oh, one hotel in Japan, they totally using robots in terms of accessing to the hotel, And then one more thing, the best thing about this hotel, because of the pandemic, right? Straight, uh, right away in terms of booking, booking the hotel, enter the hotel, and how to communicate with customer. They use drone, they use robot to send to the. So no involvement. When we talk about 4.0, actually, it's about automation plus cloud. So no involvement of people, but it's quite scary. But okay,
It's
but at least because Japan, they are like that. So no involvement. For example, when you go to the counter, uh, if the local, they will talk with the dinosaur robot. If a foreigner will talk to the girl robot that will talk English to us. And then
Yep.
also when they send something, also robot will deliver everything. So it's a fully robotics hotel in Japan. But it's not
Yep.
about the robots, but it actually it's something on the safety, cleanliness, to avoid close contact. But they are doing this, I mean, many years ago before the pandemic. So by that they can sustain their hotel. And then we also need to be ready if happen again, right? Something on, we don't know, we can
Yep.
forecast. Maybe another Omicron, Transformers, Decepticon, to come back in terms of variant, right? So we need to get ready. And then one more thing, I also want to share, it's a very important movement now. We call it as an NFT, non-fungible token. It's something like
Yep.
how you can create some value from the from the arts. Then you can sell it or trade it. And our company now doing a very aggressive development on NFT for tourism. So we want to
Oh,
have
that's interesting.
we want to have the tourism industry to promote their places by doing something like gamify, something like
Mm-hmm.
treasure hunt. You can open the
Mm-hmm.
Pandora box. I cannot reveal everything. Wait for us. I think tomorrow we will have some sort of a metaverse consortium, metaverse event with a consortium 21. So we want to announce to the world this kind.
Mm-hmm.
We can say that this is the first in the world. I
Yep.
know everyone have the maybe the concept idea, but I can say that just wait for us. We need to have another session after this, focusing on
Mm-hmm.
how the real tech, for example, like blockchain, NFT, metaverse, can assist. Because why? We need to bring attraction, the new young generation to be involved in this industry solidly. You cannot bring another traditional, conventional way to tackle these people, this young generation. Like they spend money, they are now working, and they also have some sort of what we call Instagramish thinking method, right? So you need to be
Yep.
ready. You need to be, for example, people don't know that a lot of tourism industries or agencies, and they want to do something like very high level, but they still in Web 1.0. Web 1.0
Mm-hmm.
is just internet, just a data. You can see the just one what you call
One dimension.
yeah, one dimensionally. Then Web
Mm.
2.0 is about how you can put some social media, big data. And Web 3.0 is about digitalized. It's about how
Yep.
you can use blockchain tech, how you can use metaverse, how you can use tokenomics in terms of the industry. Is very huge, and we need another topic on that. Just focus on the topic.
Yes.
But just wait for me, wait for us to announce our project to increase I mean, the involvement from the young generation, high tech like blockchain, NFT, into the tourism. At the end, it's about data. Data is the
Yeah.
new oil. Data is the
Correct.
new gold, right? Agree with you, Mr. Iskandar? For example, like
Mm.
the Elysia just now, right?
Yep.
That's about that's about the data. Some sort like IoT. I realized that one IoT devices that can access can understand the what you call mobilization of the tourism. So by having IoT, they know that okay, this guy. In fact, we also promoting now some sort of the payment by face recognition. I'm promoting that as
Yep.
well, right? So it's about how we can show high tech at the end, to prepare for the worst case scenario from the pandemic.
Well,
It's about the
well,
transaction. It's about the transaction. It's about
there's a
the movement.
transaction, the
Yeah,
movement of data.
yeah.
Well, that's
Meta,
what happened. That's what happened when two technologies are speaking without any moderators. Okay, let us simplify because probably the audience may not be as techy as us. Probably we like to let's simplify our language here.
Okay.
Okay, probably they want to see how, as a travel operator, hotel operator, they may not, probably they're in the sales department, probably they are at the C level, the CEOs, things like that. They want to grow their business. Probably we can suggest them. Let me start some suggestion. Let's say, okay, if
Okay.
you're a travel operator, probably you can look at Airbnb for a start,
Yes.
uh, for
Right.
uh,
You are right.
for hotel bookings, right? That means that you start utilizing the IR 4.0. Let's say you're communicating with your customer. Probably you want to look at PayPal as one of the payment gateway for your customer to do a transaction between you and your customer. I'm giving some example of how you can use what they call this. You can enable the technology that's already available in the market. Airbnb, we call it PayPal. That's for international. International, probably in Europe, they have Molly. In Malaysia, we have IP88, Bill Please, Senang Pay. That is all about the payment gateway. Let's say you are moving around, probably travelers. You want to handle the what they call this, the inbound travelers. How are you going to manage them with the fleet? Probably you can look into collaborating with Grab. That is in Malaysia, right? Grab. In US, I think they call it Uber, or some other countries they may have their own e-hailing services
Yeah.
where the travel agent can collaborate with this app through app, helping
In Japan, Henna Hotel, fully,
Hannah
just I mentioned
Hotel,
just now, Henna,
Hannah,
Henna Hotel, full robotics.
fully robotic. Probably our travel friends have heard about Oyo, the chain
Yeah.
of hotel. So these
Yep.
are some of the enable technology that they can immediately use to be on board of the R 4.0. Do you
It's
have
about
anything to add,
integration.
Mr. Zulkifli?
It's about system integration, right?
Yes, yes.
Digital
So do
integration.
you have anything to add, Mr. Effendy, out of that? Meaning, we helping them to identify what are the application, what are the technology that's already available in the market today that they can immediately use.
So I think everything already mentioned about you, but
Mm-hmm.
what I can say that is what data. You need to be involved. You cannot avoid anymore. You cannot against the technology. You need to push yourself up to the limit on how data analytics. Yeah, at least your hotels, your how you manage your for example, people in the hotel. At least you know how to use chatbots
Yep.
to respond. Of course, the bigger hotel like Hilton, they are using chatbot to communicate with the customer. And second things about social media, you need to have a social media, a good social media manager that can communicate, engage with your potential customers. And third, a lot of apps mentioned by Mr. Iskandar just now. Please adopt it, please adapt it into your chain of the business. Right? You cannot now just wait. Like before this, okay, you create hotel and put maybe cannot be like that again anymore. Engagement is very important. And again, please join as active as you can with the WorldTEX hybrid event. We will share a lot of what we call the latest tech, the latest movement, the latest engagement. Thank you to Tuan Zairul, the founder of the WorldTEX hybrid. So hopefully, that's all that I can say now. And just wait for us on our NFT for tourism. Time
Probably
to
you
time.
can probably
Yeah.
you can put your what I call this, your profile at the comment section after this.
Oh
so that
yeah.
people can follow you, and also people
Yes.
can follow me at my Facebook Iskandar.Hussein.
Yes. Yeah.
uh, because on my side, wait, on my side, what happened is, oh, okay, Mr. Effendy, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Uh, come back, come back, come back. You suddenly disappearing. Okay, on my side, I'm one of the team. We have a big team that developed the system for the website, and then we have the virtual reality team. So we are using technology to run this World Travel Exchange. And also, thank you to Mr. Zairul for having the idea and getting all the technology people in, so that we can, what do you call this, push out our here you come back.
Oh, sorry. A little bit. Yeah. Internet
uh,
problem. Okay.
Internet problem. Okay, never mind. So what I'm saying just now, I'm part of the team, the technical team who run the World Travel Exchange. I'm on the
Wow.
website, and then we have another team on the virtual reality side. So we combine the expertise to get this what do you call this World Travel Exchange happen. And also thank you to Mr. Zairul, because this is his idea. He set up the team, so will not be here if not because of him.
Yeah. To gather everyone, right?
Gather
In
everyone.
the, yeah, in
So
this
in
platform.
terms, in terms of how the World Travel Exchange can help the travel industry, what do you call it? The what do you call the tagline for the World Travel Exchange is tourism reborn. So we're going to put
Wow.
some articles. We're going to share some technologies. We also have
Powerful.
some our friend who have stories about the countries. We're going to put that everything in social media, in
Yes.
LinkedIn, in the Facebook, and then we also have our website for those who want to register. Here we are having Jakarta event next.
Wow.
We're having Jakarta event next. So, Mr. Effendi, you might want to look at us
Yeah,
contributing
I hope
some of the.
I hope I can join and actively be part of this movement,
Mhm.
and then helping the industry, because
Yep,
specifically the next solution that I created, we are creating now, focusing on the tourism. Just
yep,
focus on tourism. When we
yep,
talk about blockchain, NFT, metaverse, it's about tourism, and tourism will attract more merchants, transaction, and at the end, it's about transaction.
yep,
Transaction will create industry, they create the economy, and
yep.
whatever happen in the future, if again the pandemic, we still can do a lot of exchange, because we have our
Mhm.
own AR team,
Yep,
metaverse team, that I think we can start to explore this new tech. Of course, again, the core in the tourism will involve I mean,
data.
yeah, data. Of course, you need to
Mhm.
touch, you need to see. In the normal situation, it's okay. By having this additional tech can increase information, the data, and I would like to work with Mr. Iskandar in the future. We need to
Yep.
meet.
Mhm.
You are in the
Yep. We
place,
need
I
to
just
meet.
came back from Penang. Meet up face to face, teh tarik, right?
Yeah, sure, no problem. Okay, we're talking about the definition of the IR 4.0. We have shown how to use. We have suggest what things to use. Let's talk about in the future. Let's say, what do you see in the future? Let's say one thing is about what I call this. What
Okay.
happen if the pandemic happens again? Number two is what are the things that the travel operator or people in the tourism industry need to look at?
All right. First of all, I would like to share this quite advanced, right? What now Elon Musk, Elon Musk, the,
Yep, Elon Musk.
the richest man in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he put some R&D, how he can put some chip, I mean, to assist in your brain, to have some sort of a artificial feelings, So I think in the future, people can have this kind of a visual reality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can feel it. You can you can think it happen again. But it's in R&D, it's a R&D, it's a quite very far, quite far, but not far anymore, right? And then
Yep.
when Facebook changed to the Meta, right, means that something big will be happen. Why Zuckerberg, changed the name of the company Facebook to Meta, means that something on the metaverse will be very important for us to embrace, to understand, to be involved. So I do believe that because of my solution also will involve metaverse, NFT, this kind of blockchain. So we want to go very deep in this area. Because why? You can enjoy both world. VR also you can enjoy. You also can enjoy, of course, after you, because again, this young generation, they want to understand first, they want to feel first, then they will go
They will touch the
directly.
real
And
thing.
and how to tackle this young generation? You need to understand that how you can ensure that the tour operators can promote some sort of a social media friendly environment for them, right?
Yep.
It's something that
Yep.
if I go to the place, I can bring this information to the social media. Something like that. This might, maybe it's not good, because everything you want to put
Mm.
in Instagram. But in terms
Yep.
of business, in terms of marketing, is very important. In the
Yep.
future, business need to be related to the tech. IR 4.0 is very important, right? Whether we don't want or not, we don't understand, we cannot achieve. For example, 2020 years ago, people don't believe. A lot of people don't believe on the online banking. Why online banking? I can see now almost everyone use
Yep.
online banking, right? So same goes to the metaverse, VR, blockchain, to understand. So
Mhm.
that's thing I need to understand. And then I think maybe government, for example, or sectors, people, authority need to develop some sort of super database management, maybe from the state, maybe how we can manage all the data properly. A lot of good places that people don't know, right? Yeah, we need to have some sort of authority or any corporate sector who want to involve, right? In this kind of big data management. It's quite techy, but maybe for the operators that who want to involve, please at least study what already mentioned by Mr. Iskandar about the OYO, about the Airbnb, a lot of apps to be
Opportunities. Yep.
integrated. The
Mhm.
chatbot, the simple thing like chatbot. If you understand, you can learn the chatbot from Telegram, for example, right? So something that you need to be understand. And of course,
Yep.
as a technologist like us, we want to help the industry. You also enjoy traveling, tourist as a tourist, right? Although we are
Yep.
involved in a lot of digital things, but of course, again, manusia, humans have their own what I call fundamental to see, to enjoy the life, to see the nature, right? So for me, tourism industry is a very powerful industry, but we need to adopt and engage more with the technology. That's
Yep.
all for me.
I think the tourism industry in Malaysia is a third contributors
Yeah,
for the
trillion business.
GDP.
Yeah,
Yep,
billion
it's a
of
very big business.
billion.
Also for other countries too, like London, UK, even in Arabs, the pyramids, things like that. They should
Yeah.
look at into using the metaverse for to give the experience because people now are
Yes.
looking for experience. People are looking
Yeah.
for stories, right? If they can create stories in the social media, kids using the meta technology, people can have a what they call this view. Okay, let's say we take one example, pyramid for example. Someone in Egypt creating a story about the pyramid and using the meta technology so that people can go in through probably virtual reality or AR to have an interactive what they call experience on what's inside the pyramid. So
Yes.
probably some technology player may
Yes.
be able to come up with this idea and then give benefits to the people who want to look at what's happening in pyramid. That's one example. Another example is for people who want to travel to Europe. Europe is quite famous with castle, medieval years, that even some what they call this historical figures, and probably can create story from there through technology so that after they experiencing the what they call experiencing the character, experiencing the story, they can just book a flight through Alexa. Alexa, book a flight to, let's say, Bosnia, for example, and Alexa will book a flight for them and book a car or caravan in Bosnia for that, so that they can travel. So they can start using that kind of technology. So what they call this? This is some example of how they can immediately, I say, how they can immediately use the technology for the benefit of what they call the tourism industry and also the government.
Yes. And then
And also the government.
please engage with I think a very good movement. If you click in the Google, Tourism 4.0 is a very good movement. They're
Mhm.
talking about to put R&D in the tourism. So
Yep.
just now, Mr. Iskandar mentioned that we need to put a lot of after this articles, R&D, engagement, the movement. So at the end, it's about how we can ensure the sustainability in the industry, the ecotourism, the innovation, the joint force movement in terms of promoting our industry. So I think we need to be involved. We need to be aggressive, and
Yep.
and showing to the consumer, to the potential clients about our unique solutions to ensure that we can sustain in
Yep.
whatever situation that will be happened in the future. We would like to have, we
So
would like to engage,
mhm,
yeah, we would like to promote this kind of movement. Yeah.
I'm also sharing a link in the internet. There's four new technologies emerging, four new emerging technologies in hospitality industry
Yes.
by Catalog Consulting. Probably admin can show the link in the comment. Uh, it's a good reading. I think it's about 8 minute reading. So for those who follow our what I call this our talk show today, they can look into. I just give a brief. They look into the usage of virtual and augmented reality into the hospitality industry, recognition technology you mentioned
Yep.
just now, doing
The
payment through
Alexa.
face recognition,
Yeah.
and then artificial intelligence, IoT, and blockchain technology. Well, this is what one of
Yes.
your
Thank
expert.
you.
So these are the four items. This is, I think, I've read the article. It's a very simple language. I think most of people can understand this. This is what I call this very good article. I'm sharing in the net, and hopefully the admin can share it across. And also you are sharing the tourism 4.0.
Yep. Please share. It's a very good movement
Yep.
to talk about technology 4.0
Mm-hmm.
and such a
Mm-hmm.
unique solution on the we call as what we call innovation in the sustainable innovation for tourism agencies. So they combine
Yep.
all the people. They combine a lot of a movement from worldwide. For example, Society 5.0 from Japan. They are now talking
Mm-hmm.
about 5.0 already. Japan
Yep. Yep.
5.0 already. So we need to understand
So
and how, yeah. So
so what we
please,
can do is just
yeah.
use whatever we have at this moment. What both of us are doing right now, we are sharing data. We are
Yeah.
sharing information
Please
to you.
share our Facebook. Please share my Facebook
uh,
as
uh,
well. My Facebook
uh,
and LinkedIn. So by that we
mhm.
can engage, on
Yep.
any potential collaboration.
Stay with us at the WorldTEX World
Yes.
Travel Exchange page at Facebook and also in LinkedIn. We'll keep sharing stories until we have what they call this our next event in Jakarta. And we have reached the 51 minute of our talk show today tonight. Hopefully we don't have any questions. Let's look at let's see here
Yeah,
the
we have
comment.
from Sarawak. Yeah,
We have
from
people from Sarawak, Tracy
Tracy.
Vanessa, we have Suraya Karsan, we have Mehraj. Later we may have who is this? We may have later our friend from Algeria, Miss Jamila. She's currently doing the tourism for the disabled people. So I've been talking to her, very nice lady. So probably we can help them because tourism for there's also a need for tourism for the disabled people. So probably there's a technology that we can talk about it also. Well, there's lots of things to talk about. Industry
Yeah.
4.0. Probably 1 hour is not enough. Probably we need to do another talk session about this.
In Jakarta, please, we can have maybe this session in Jakarta,
Yep.
hybrid and also
Mm.
physical. So I think it's a
Yep.
very good topic
Correct.
to talk. Along the
Yep.
way, I would like to contribute to the WorldTEX in terms of
Okay. Excellent.
technologies engagement.
Yes. Excellent.
All
Excellent.
right.
We can organize another one in
Yes.
Jakarta. We can
Yeah.
also do a periodic conversation time to time.
All right.
All right.
Then
I
I nak
think
makan. I want to eat pecel lele. Pecel lele.
Pecel Lele
In Jakarta with Mr.
in
Iskandar.
Jakarta. Yeah, that we have to ask Mrs. Zairo's wife.
Yes, yes, yes.
Ask us to bring around in Jakarta. Okay, I think I don't
Okay.
have any.
Yeah.
I think what I call most of my points has been
Me too.
shared. And then again, I think let me see. I'm sharing my LinkedIn profile
Yeah.
for feel free. Anyone, they are free to ask questions in our profile because Mr. Effendy is the expert in blockchain for fourth industrial revolution, whereas on my side, I'm more on the training side. I'm teaching people on how to do e-commerce and how to use big data and how to use simple technology in their business. So actually it's also related to the fourth
Yep. Yeah.
industrial revolution 4.0.
Yes.
So any question you can ask question, either me or Mr. Effendi will willing to help
Yes.
whatever according to what they call what we have.
Yep.
All right, I think that should be all.
All
I
right.
think thank you for your time, Mr. Effendi.
Thank you to you, Mr. Iskandar, for your time as well.
Yeah, this
All
is
right.
is a very entertaining and very
Yeah.
enjoyable session because there's no moderator. So we can freely talk about it. No questions, just sharing some of our points. So
All right. Thank
until
you.
again, until our next session,
Yep.
see you again, and
In
to the
Jakarta.
audience, see you in Jakarta. To the audience,
Yeah. See you.
keep going into the. I think this right now is about just now about 1 p.m. Now it's about 2 or 3 p.m. Somewhere in London and Middle East. Continue to go to the virtual booth. Keep doing the business matching. Get the most deal out of it. And then until then, Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. Then a very good evening
Bye.
to all.
See you
Bye bye.
again.
See you again. Okay.